My name is Peter Smith, former heavyweight and world heavyweight contender, South African #1 amateur champion, African champion, Olympic qualifier. Logan Paul, jeez, the guy's getting famous. Give me a chance. Okay, but he is famous. Wow, he's done great things. It's quite amazing. Some people ask me, this is kind of damaging boxing, is damaging the fight game. These YouTubers are coming out and, no man, give it to the guy, man. Not many guys can do what he's doing. I think it's a great attempt. I think Logan Paul is going to be he's going to make it huge. Listen, man, it's like saying you haven't parachuted before. Are you going to do this for the first time without no trial, no experience? For Mayweather, is this good for Mayweather? Yes and no. I mean, if his canvas hits a butt, no, it's not good for Mayweather. It's going to destroy. But listen, it's everything in the fight game is a risk. Fighters go in there knowing there is a chance, although you're confident about the fight game, and you've trained hard, but your opponent's trained hard, but you're better, you think you're better, you got to believe it. But from a guy with no experience coming into a fight game, kind of blows my mind. He's stepping up leaps and bounds into arena, and he's showcasing himself around the world. I mean, I don't know what, 25 million people watching this guy. It brings a new dimension into this fight game. I think it's a ballsy approach. It's quite exciting, as much as people can down this, I'm telling you now,
all those people will be the same ones.
They'll be watching. And funny enough, Conor McGregor and Poirier, dude, I called it because of one reason. It's not because I knew better what it is. It's just my experience in the fight game. Knowing that McGregor's been off for so long, and I'm thinking, bro, where are you going with this? And he shocked me how well he fought. I mean, he controlled the fight, but I think the legs kicks got to him. And you know what, man? I got to give it to Conor. He's got game, bro. He's got game. He's got smack. The people say, yeah, he's simmered down. He's not talking as much. You know what? As you get older, you get wiser. You realize it's energy you can kind of waste. But
Mayweather got wiser and took on a YouTuber.
Hey, Mayweather. Phew. I met Floyd. Listen, as much as I say this, he's not my favorite fighter, but he's great. He's great in what he does. If you ask me who's my favorite fighters, Mike Tyson, I can tell you a list, but these are guys that I looked up to. Sugar Ray Leonard's, Roberto Duran, Thomas Hitman Hearns. Dude, those were legends. And Evander Holyfield.
But Mayweather's up there with them, I think.
You know what? Mayweather's great. There's no doubt about his greatness. But the way he approaches sport, to me as an ex-professional heavyweight, being in the game, he turned the game around in a lot of ways. He took control. And it's very rare that a fighter can take that control. And, he manipulated a lot of his career. You know what? I believe there's one or two fights that were suspect to me. It's not that it doesn't make him great. He's great, bro. You cannot take away Mayweather's glory. One thing that shocked me was when, I think it was a Mike Tyson, Logan Paul podcast that I saw. It was YouTube. Yeah. It was like, when he ate the mushrooms. Mark, you crazy. I'm going to challenge you on that shit, bro. I might have 2 handfuls. But, no, I think I'll stay away. But, the funny thing is when Mike addressed Logan, Logan asked Mike, what does he think my chances are? And Mike was straight out. He said, listen, bro, you don't understand Mayweather. Mayweather's the type of guy, like he lived sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That was his way, in the way he lived his life. He says, Mayweather, his sex, drug, and rock and roll is training every day. He has not left the game. He does not see himself as a loser. He does not believe, it doesn't exist in his world. And that's where I've got to give it to Mayweather. Floyd is on another level when it comes to, damn, you always got a chance. There's always that 1%er, you know?
But a lot of people obviously question that he's a beginner compared to Mayweather.
True.
But at the same time, he's so much bigger than Mayweather.
That's the other thing. That's what I was going to say. You know, Logan is a bigger man, and McGregor was a bigger man than Floyd. And the difference is Floyd knows his strengths. It doesn't matter how big a man is. No, he knows his strengths. He's got the sickest ability. He's got the greatest eye. He's perfected his style. He's fought punches. This is where I've got to give Floyd his big thumbs up. You know, and I always say this, I've always lived by this rule. I always had this contest in my head going, so, you know, they used to believe that there's always somebody out there for you or somebody beat you. And I didn't believe that thing because I didn't believe that belief because I believe if you are the smart fighter you are, that you can overcome according to your skill plan and development. I'll take, for example, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, prime example. The shortest heavyweight in his era, I don't think he fought a shorter heavyweight. Wasn't the strongest heavyweight of his era. He could punch harder than 99% of the fighters out there. He fought punches, he fought boxers, he fought guys with speed, skill. The technique that he developed with the mindset and perfection Customato installed in him, he became this Terminator, unbeaten, untouched. The only enemy in Mike Tyson was his own enemy, his own mental enemy. And unfortunately, his environment kind of created a lot of, you know, ups and downs. He wasn't as stable as he could have been under Customato. And so when looking at Mark, I believe if Mark still had that same, you know, environment and package that he became a champion, and he would have been unbeaten. I cannot see a heavyweight from today's time stand or compete with Mike Tyson. I mean, the guy is 54, making a comeback against Roy Jones, greatest.
What do you think about him and
Nah, you can't beat legends. YouTube cannot beat.
Mayweather is like the latest, biggest legend.
Remember, he's the smallest of the lot, right? So, yeah, we're going up a guy who fought Mike Tyson. You know, I was with Roy Jones here in South Africa. We had like a dinner together, and we were chatting, and we were trying to prep a fight between myself and Roy Jones. It didn't come to me. It was a money problem. But Roy and myself, we were having the greatest time together, chatting about, you know, boxing. He's one of my, you know, all-time greats. You know, the most natural, talented fighter I've seen in boxing. You know, he had an eye that was laser sharp. His hands, his coordination skills, his footwork, he just had it all together. You know, sometimes when you get so good, you know, when I saw Roy and I had this conversation with him, when I saw Roy take his hands down, he started fighting with his fighter, you know, the guy's hands down, I knew there's that 1%er that had the chance. And Tava was the one that actually expelled him to that, you know, to that event. And, you know, I just think sometimes Mayweather's the only one that proved everyone wrong. You know, you can beat and outdo whatever's in front of you. It depends on how you approach the sport. How are you equipped in the sport of boxing? Do you have all your skill sets, is your mental prep right? You know, how do you approach the fight? You know, these are all the 1%ers 10% that add on to that victory at the end of the day. So, yeah, you know what?
Could we see you fighting Roy Jones now? Seeing as though Mark and him have revived.
Man, I would be honored. I'd be honored to do battle with any of these guys because, you know, I had my opportunity in 2000. I was going to actually fight Mike Tyson in 2000, and you know, I fought a guy it was a great fighter that I fought, tough, dangerous fighter, David Vedder, and we were supposed to do an 8-rounder. We fought, actually went down to a 6-rounder because we were on the undercard of a heavyweight title fight at the Great Western Forum in California. And I fought on the undercard, and yeah, I beat David Vedder. It was a great fight. We both fought well. It was kind of a short notice, I think, for both of us. I don't know what his position was. I was given quite a short notice, but I was ready, man. I had a great fight with him, and soon after that, I got called by Shelley Finkel to fight Mark, and it was due like after that scenario with Evander Holyfield. You know, they were trying to bar Mark fighting out of Vegas, and I was offered the fight to fight him they were going to take the fight to China, try and put it in China. And I ended up signing with Don King, and then everything fell through. Fight got cancelled, and yeah. So that was the story of one of my part of my career, which was quite a depressing part of my career. And you know, it was like, you know, the balloon popped, you know, and it was like the party was over for me, you know. Hey, man, we can do it. I'm ready, but there's so many guys out there that are, you know, that want to be on the stage with greatness. So, you know, to be a part of it, hey man, that'll be great. You know, I'm 50 years old now, so, you know, we're in the Masters Club. So yeah, let's talk, let's do it out, you know. If Logan Paul can do shit like this, man, who cannot do it? I can do it. Let's bring it on. So my final thoughts on this Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather scenario that's happening. Gonna be great. I think, hey, people are gonna be watching, all eyes open. You know what? There is a possibility Logan Paul can punch. If he finds the mark, which I highly doubt he's gonna find the mark, he can put Mayweather away. He's a bigger man. Skill set, nah, not gonna happen. I think Mayweather's gonna batter him and he's gonna end up stopping the guy. He's gonna quit in his stool, man. I don't think Floyd's got the punching power to put a bigger man away, but man, you never know. When a guy's hitting you pinpoint accuracy and your brain the signals start like vibrating, dude, you're gonna take the count, or you're gonna be telling your corner, stop this fight, man, stop this fight. So I'm going Mayweather, I'm going Floyd. You know what? On the fine point of, you don't have enough. Paul, Logan, you don't have enough. Bro, this is a professional game. This ain't no YouTuber game. But I give it to you. I'll give you a thumbs up. Bro, big balls. Let me know what you think and who you think's gonna win. Man, I'm prepared to say all out, Floyd, it's gonna do some damage, boy. Boom. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, Logan Paul versus Mayweather. Bang.